Hello, and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about books. I'm Raven.
I'm Jess.
So we're back.
Finally.
Yes, our schedules have not been lining up, so sorry about that. But we're here now, finally.
Yes.
And what are we drinking?
Cinnamon apple chamomile. Because it's
Last
tasty.
time?
Probably. It's my favorite right now.
You gotta bring it when you come over next time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I never go to your place. You always come to mine.
No way, man.
Okay, I'm drinking kombucha.
Ooh, nice.
Yep. I was too lazy to make tea.
That's all right. Might be napping all day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So fucking tired.
Okay, yeah, tell us about your day.
I had to do jury selection today. All my coworkers who have been called all told me that they've been canceled last minute, but they all got emails.
Uh-huh.
No email from me. I had to freaking find out by showing up. It
Yeah.
sucks. It's 2 cities away, I think. New West. So far. And I had to be there for 9:15.
Uh-huh.
I left so early.
What time did you leave?
6:40, basically the time I leave for work anywho.
So what time did you wake up?
6. So it wasn't a difference. But the travel.
Yeah.
2 hours, man.
Fuck. And you were
Fuck me.
busing?
Yeah, I took 2 buses and then I trained.
Oh my god.
Like, thank God that it's so close to the SkyTrain, because New West sucks with its hills.
It does.
I didn't want to be climbing.
It's also just like constantly under construction or like completely trashed.
Yeah.
Like it's an ugly ass city, no offense to New West.
I've actually never seen the vibe there before on a weekday morning, but it's busy. People running around with their children, a bunch of like young adults running to, I think there's a college around or something.
Oh.
It was busy. Let's go. I've never seen that vibe before.
Were you excited at all for the jury selection, or more nervous, or didn't care?
I planned to use the 2-hour trip as an excuse to get out of it.
Oh, I see.
I didn't want to.
Like, I can't easily travel here.
Yeah, well, it takes 2 hours. Like, come on.
I'm gonna hate your defendant just because he's making me drag my ass out here.
Slack.
Yeah, my ex's dad got called in for jury duty once, and he literally speaks like 3 words of English.
Yeah, was that his? No, he doesn't speak English,
Yeah.
so he got out of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But interesting. So, is it being delayed, or it's just like you're not doing it?
It looks like I'm not doing it. It said I'm excused, basically.
That's
There's
so
no letter on it.
dumb.
It's like, everyone who's called in today, we're not needing more. You're excused. You won't get in trouble. See ya. I'm like, what?
The hell?
Oh, man.
I would be fucking pissed if I was you.
I was relieved, but also like, all this way. 2-hour trip for nothing.
Yeah, you should have like taken the opportunity to go to Great Wall Tea Co.
Oh, that's there?
Yeah, it's on the pier.
Shit. Oh.
Well, it's not on the pier, but it's on
I've
the
been wanting to go to the pier with Johnny because I like it there. It's pretty.
Right.
I'll have to look out for that. Man, I didn't know it was there.
Yeah. But yeah, you need to learn how to drive and get a car. Because that's
even
ridiculous.
then, like, there was no parking. Like, it recommended to take transit because there's no parking unless you wanted to pay for all day.
It's not that bad. All day parking is like $6 over there.
Is how much?
$6.
Oh, that is not bad.
Yeah, it's not like parking downtown Vancouver. Like New West is like not bad.
Okay.
At least that's like the amount I paid when I've parked near the pier.
That's still not bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
And yeah, finding parking is a lot easier, I would think, than taking 2 hours on the bus. So,
Yeah. I
yeah.
was not fond of that.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Hmm. And now I feel like I've had the longest week ever, and it's only Tuesday.
You know, kind of the same because I moved offices today. And it was a lot of like carrying shit back and forth
So like you
and
moved rooms or like location?
rooms.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, a lot of moving shit and then like trying to figure out how to reconnect all of my wires and
Oh
cables.
no.
That part didn't go too bad, but then there's also like mounting my monitors on these new like arm things, and then the arm things like weren't working right. And then like my one of my programs just like started crashing. And then I was
Oh.
like, okay, I really need this program like all day. I use it
Hmm.
all day. So I was like, I'll just restart my computer, I guess, and hope that fixed it. Nope, didn't fix it. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll uninstall it and reinstall it. Like that seems
Hmm.
logical, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I
No.
uninstalled it and then I tried to reinstall it and it was like saying it was already installed. So I was like, huh? So I went and searched for it in my apps and I like saw it there and I was like, but I just uninstalled this. So maybe it's got like a second kind of file that it uses to run. I don't know. But I was like, I guess I'll uninstall that one too. So I uninstalled that one and then tried to reinstall it. And then I kept getting this error message that was like, blank cannot be found. Try reinstalling. And
Oh man.
I'm like, that's what I'm trying to do. Ah!
It.
So yeah, now I've like fucked up my computer and it's a nightmare. So that's been my very long day.
Wow. You guys have an IT guy?
Yeah, but he's fucking on vacation and he's
God
also
dang.
like such a weirdo. I'm not a
Oh.
fan.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, anyway.
All
All right, enough
right.
ranting from both of us?
Do we need to start?
All right. So who do we have today? Where did we
So,
leave them
so,
off?
so, Cersei.
Yes, my favorite.
Yeah. Cersei fills the small council with yes men. She doesn't take several important information seriously, and she is pleased at how well she is ruling. That's from the
That's
last,
where we left her off.
basically. And
So
then,
that's basically this whole chapter again. Go on.
then we have Brienne.
Mm-hmm.
Nimble Dick led them to where he directed the fool, and they find Shagwell and two of the bloody members. Dick is killed in the scuffle, but Brienne kills all three. Before she kills them, one of them tells her that the Hound took the Stark girl while she was heading to River Run.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And she thinks the Stark girl is Sansa.
Yup. Because everyone thinks the other one is dead.
Yeah, because they just
Except
no
for
one's...
the
Sorry.
imposter who married.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's his face? Ramsay. Ramsay?
Right. Yes.
Ramsay.
So I guess they changed that for the show, huh?
Yeah. I think they totally did.
I wonder what's gonna happen with Sansa in the book then.
I am most intrigued.
All right, so chapter 24 is Cersei.
Cersei is being laced up while Tommen is demanding to know why he can't sit on the Iron Throne like Joffrey did. Cersei insists that it's because he is still a child, while Joffrey was 12. But I call bullshit on that because she couldn't tell Joffrey what to do if she tried.
True, plus it's not for that reason. Even if she could tell Joffrey what to do, it's because she wants to sit on the throne.
She does, most sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cersei pries it out of him that Marjorie has been telling him that he needs to learn how to be king. She tells him again that he's too young and that if he wants to learn, then he should learn the names of all the kings of Westeros and of all their hands. Cersei, though, has no intention of giving up her rule to Tommen when he comes of age. She justifies this by thinking that she waited half of her life so he can wait half of his.
Huh?
Bruh. Who do you think you are?
Right? Like, what do you mean? You waited. You have been queen this whole time.
Right?
You thought you would be king? Is that what you're saying?
She felt entitled to Robert's rule.
That literally makes no sense.
She doesn't make sense at all. She spent the morning sitting through meetings that did not interest her. Around lunch, she has to listen to complaints about the sparrows, and she plans to have the gold cloaks deal with them. Maester Pycelle arrives and gives her the news that Lord Stannis' Onion Knight has been beheaded, and his head and hands have been mounted on the walls of the White Harbor.
Huh?
Yeah? Huh?
What?
Okay. That's that. We're not touched that again.
Okay.
I guess I'll have to wait till the next book.
What? There's no more... Wait.
I don't think there ever was.
Ever was what?
A Davos. Is there a Davos in this book? There isn't.
Oh.
Or no Stannis. Or any of them.
Wait, we haven't seen any of what's going on over there?
No.
Dude. Oh, okay.
Wait till the next book to figure out what the hell.
I wonder, one, whether that's true, but I feel like it's not.
Yeah.
So what was the last we saw of Davos?
I honestly don't remember.
Me neither. I'm confusing like the show with the book.
Right? Like, my brain is telling me that he's told them to go north, and she's agreeing with him, but I'm like, I think that's the show. That sounds like the show.
Wait, was he? Because in the book, Stannis was there at the wall.
I don't know. He was. Oh my god. So that's not where we left off.
But Davos wasn't with him, was he? No, I don't think so.
Where the F was Davos?
Huh.
Fuck. I don't remember.
Me neither.
So long.
Well, shit. Okay, if it is Davos, then that would be a very
R.I.P.
strange way to like let your audience know, like very anticlimactic, you know.
You have to sit Jake down and give him the bad news.
But if it isn't Davos, then it's like, who's trying to trick
What's
them
going on?
and why?
Yeah.
Why would it be important to the crown that Davos is dead?
Like, why would they care? Isn't he a peasant?
Right?
I wouldn't even think he's on their radar, so I'm like shocked.
I think he has some level of infamy, like he's the smuggler who saved Stannis.
Ah,
but
true.
Like, I feel like that wouldn't be enough that they would fake his death. Like, what would that even? What would they gain from that?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
All right. That afternoon, she has to have a meeting with a Bravosi envoy that she's been putting off for a fortnight, so like 2 weeks.
Something like that.
She's displeased that Lord Giles hasn't been able to properly deal with them, and she wonders if he's good for anything. Well, completely forgetting that she chose him not for his skill in bookkeeping or democracy, but because he's a yes man.
And to spite the Tyrells, right?
Yeah, despite the Tyrells.
Yeah.
Totally did. And she's just so like lost in her own world, living in her own fantasy.
It's like nothing. Yeah.
Or her yes men are all super smart too. But they're all idiots. That's why they're yes men.
Yeah, it's like when they're idiots, it's not her fault. But when they're smart, she's a genius.
The Bravosi, I think, have come to collect the gold that King's Landing had borrowed from the Iron Bank debt collectors. During the meeting, she interrupts them to tell them that they should talk to her Lord Treasurer instead, Lord Giles. who they've been dealing with for the last 2 weeks. And obviously, nothing's like...
He hasn't been able to solve it for them.
Sorry. Yeah, and it's been going nowhere. When they try to argue back that Lord Giles is useless, she abruptly ends the meeting and leaves. So she just feels super untouchable, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that's clear.
Yeah. Sir Osmond Kettleback escorts her back to her rooms. On the walk there, Cersei asks about Osney Kettleback's progress with sleeping with Marjorie, which there's none, obviously. Apparently, Marjorie always has a group of her cousins surrounding her, and she even sleeps with a couple of them every night. The group and Marjorie are all very flirty with Osney, but Osney has not been able to find alone time with Marjorie.
Right.
Cersei tells Osmond to tell Osney that she will find a way for him to get with Marjorie, while thinking that everyone around her is an idiot, which is the only reason she can muster why her brilliant plans always fail.
Oh, Cersei.
As they cross the courtyard, she hears cheering and she sees Tommen jousting with a dubby. A dubby?
A what?
A dummy.
Oh.
Jousting with a dum-dum, with Sir Loras guiding him and Marjorie and her posse cheering him on.
Her
Cersei,
posse.
her posse of cousins. Cersei plasters on a smile. She goes to congratulate her son, who's very excited that he sent that dummy spinning. She tells him he did very well, and that jousting is in his blood, so no doubt he's going to be great one day. Marjorie has the nerve to remind her that King Robert did not joust. Cersei makes up some story about King Robert jousting while realizing that she had mistakenly referred to Jaime.
Ooh.
Nice. She orders Sir Osmond to remove Tommen's armor, and she orders Sir Loras walk with her. When they are away from everyone else, Cersei demands to know whose idea that was. Sir Loras admits it was Marjorie's, referring to his sister as her Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Cersei thinks he is purposely calling her that to piss her off, while completely forgetting that Marjorie is technically queen.
It's not technically, she is the queen.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they haven't consummated the marriage.
Not yet.
So maybe she's not technically his wife or queen yet? I don't know how they would... I don't know.
I don't know if that works either. But still, like, how she thinks everyone doing proper things is a slight against her.
Yep.
She proceeds to chastise Sir Loras, telling him that the horse was too big and that a sandbag could have smashed his head. Sir Loras tells her that bruises and cuts are all part of being a knight. Cersei tells him that she understands now why his brother is a cripple. Rude!
Whoa.
She reminds him that his job is to protect her son from harm, and that training him for knighthood is for the Master at Arms. Loras tells her that there is no Master at Arms, and that Tommen is 9, and at that age he should be a squire, and he needs to be taught. She tells him that she will find a new Master at Arms then, and he'll resume his duty as a king's guard, and she leaves him. When she arrives to her chambers, Lord Qyburn is waiting for her with some secret updates. He tells her that there's a war in the Free Cities, but she's not interested. Tells her of the slave revolt and asks to pour in Marine and talk of dragons, but she's not interested. And tells him that the sailors have it wrong. There are harpies in Marine, not dragons. Technically true, I guess. Qyburn tells her that Prince Doran has imprisoned the Red Viper's squire for demanding his daughters be set free. The Red Viper, that is what's his face. Sir
Yes.
Watch face.
Oh
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oberyn. Oberyn's squire.
Who was his squire?
I don't know. Remember. I didn't write down his name. If he had a name.
I'm sure he had a name.
Are you
It was
sure?
probably, I think it was one of Ariane's homies.
Oh.
Why else would he be, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff going on over there, I think, has to do with Ariane's attempted kidnapping of Marcella.
Yeah. Cersei asks if he has anything else, and Qyburn tells her of a puppet show in the city where lions, greedy and arrogant, begin to eat their own subjects. When a noble stag tries to object, the lions eat him too, claiming it's their right as the mightiest of beasts. Cersei's like, well, that's true, and asks how it ends. Qyburn tells her that a dragon hatches in the end and eats the lions. Now Cersei's offended. She likens that to treason. And she orders Qyburn to send his whisperers to the shows to take note of any men of note attending the plays. She would find these men half their worth and then have the puppeteers executed. Qyburn asks if he may have 2 of the female puppeteers. And Cersei is like, but I just gave you Sinel. Sinel?
Who?
One of her ladies in waiting or maids.
Okay.
Yeah. And Qyburn explains that she is spent and he has more experiments to conduct. Cersei agrees, but she needs their names first. And she's actually disgusted with what, and she feels bad for what happened to Sinel, which is saying something.
She feels bad. That's interesting.
Yeah, she feels some like guilt, and she also feels disgust for what he does. But it didn't say what he does. But I think she has some inkling.
Well, I hope we...
So it must be terrible if she's feeling bad.
I hope we find out.
I am interested too.
Yeah.
After he leaves, Cersei takes a bath and Jaime bursts in with Tommen. He orders her ladies out, like her maids. He orders them out and then says Tommen has something important to talk to her about. Cersei asks, what? In a dangerous soft voice, Tommen shrinks back, but Jaime nudges him forward and tells her that Tommen wants his white courser on the morrow for his jousting lesson. Cersei tells him, no jousting. Tommen puffs up and tells her there will be jousting. He needs to ride every day if he wants to get good. Cersei tells him he shall, and they have a proper master at arms. Tommen tells her that he only wants Sir Loras to teach him.
Uh-oh.
Cersei tells him that Sir Loras isn't nearly as good as he thinks, and that Sir Osmond Kettleback is thrice the man.
Jesus Christ.
That Jaime laughs
Yeah.
and says that's not the Sir Osmond he knows. Tommen commands that Sir Loras teach him. Cersei angrily tells him that he does not command her, and Tommen has to remind her that he's king. And that Marjorie says that everyone has to do what the king says, including his mother. And he wants his white courser saddled on the morrow. He wants Sir Loras to teach him to joust. He also wants a kitten, and he no longer wants to eat beets.
He wants a kitten and he doesn't want to eat beets.
Yeah. And Jaime is like laughing throughout this encounter, which is enraging Cersei even more.
I was also laughing.
Yeah. She tells Tommen to come to her, and she tells him, king or no, he is just a little boy, and until he comes of age, the rule is hers. She promises that he will learn to joust, just not from Loras. Tommen, near tears, asks if he can at least have a kitten. Cersei says yes, but only if he stops asking about jousting, and dismisses him. When he's gone, Jaime shuts the door and asks her if she's drunk or stupid. Man, I'm really enjoying Jaime.
Yeah, he's a whole new man.
Yeah, he sees her. He sees her.
He does not need her approval anymore.
Mm-mm. Jaime tells her that Sir Loras is probably the best jouster in Westeros, and that she's a fool to send for someone else. Like, straight up, a fool. The best jouster in Westeros, and you don't want him teaching your son from some petty revenge shit.
It's because she's so self-important that she thinks Loras would purposefully do something to hurt Tommen.
To get at her?
To get at her, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 99% sure that's why.
That's probably what it is. Everything is about her.
Yeah. It's just very cringy.
It also turns out that Cersei also doesn't want a man who beds men influencing her son. So she thinks he might turn him gay. Maybe?
Probably.
And she hates that Jaime argues with her. No one ever argued with her father. They just obeyed. She does not understand why everyone argues with her. It must be because she's a woman.
Okay. Cersei...
She literally thinks she's just the female version of her dad. She's...
Which, obviously, like, we don't need to get into why that's super wrong, but she's nothing like her father.
No.
He was very emotionally mature, maybe even, like, cold. He was calculating, cunning. She is completely run by her emotions, and does not know how to differentiate between what is important and what is not important. And
yeah.
But look, she's right that she's being questioned more because she is a woman. She's not wrong. Yep. But that still doesn't mean if she wasn't being questioned because she's a woman that she would make a good ruler. I think if we look at Dany as an example, Dany is a woman who is a ruler and is also constantly questioned.
Yeah.
People are challenging her all the time because they don't believe that she has the capability to oppose them.
Yeah.
Because she is a woman. Even her own subjects question her decision-making all the time.
They do.
Because she is a woman. And I think she is a better example of how to be a successful ruler as a woman in this age, era, whatever you want to call it. So if anyone was thinking, you know what, Cersei's kind of right on that. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's a good ruler.
Yeah. Gosh,
No, she has no idea what she's doing, but she thinks she does, and that's the problem.
Yeah. Absolutely. She gets out of the tub and tells him to leave as she must dress for her dinner guests. Jaime calls her a beautiful golden fool and leaves, and that hurts her feelings. Cersei gets dressed real nice. By the time she arrives, her guests are already helping themselves to hippocras, which I googled, and it's wine flavored with spices.
Oh, so like a mulled wine.
Kinda, yeah. But maybe it's not warm or hot like mulled wine.
I feel like it would have to be heated at some point for the spices to like infuse, but maybe they say that.
And then bottled up again, or barreled up.
Right.
Her guests are Lady Felice and her husband Sir Bellman, if we remember those two people.
Who were they?
Tanda's older daughter. The younger daughter is Lolly's, and she was the one who was raped.
Right.
And has the baby and is married to Bronn.
Yes. Got it.
Cersei greets them very warmly, complimenting them and the works. Like they're besties. She asks about Lady Tanda's health. She had fallen and shattered her hip, and they tell her that their maester did what he could, but now all they can do is pray. Cersei thinks that they can pray all they want, she'll be dead soon. Old women do not survive shattered hips.
Jeez.
Which, wow, that's horrifying to think about shattered hips back in medieval times.
Yeah, are you just like bedridden for the rest of your life?
Yeah, you're a cripple. Yes. In all sense of the word. And constant pain too, I'm guessing.
Oh my god, yeah, that sounds awful.
That's someone who's gonna die of alcoholism.
Sorry?
I said that's someone who's going to die of alcoholism.
Oh, because they're gonna drink
as the only escape.
Yeah. Yep.
Cersei says that she heard that Lady Tanda was thrown from her horse, and Sir Balmond confirms that her saddle girth burst. This sounds familiar.
Wait.
Didn't Bronn plan this?
Yeah, now I'm like, hold on. Isn't this a Bronn thing? I don't remember where he spoke about this or what he said exactly, but this does sound familiar.
Yeah. I don't remember if it's in the book, but I do remember in the show that this was something he mentioned as a way of taking the castle. And that Fowlis is next.
Oh, shit, you're right! Oh my god, yeah.
Mm.
He was like, this is how I'm gonna become the lord of whatever their whole area
Whatever this place is, yeah.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
Nice. She encourages them to keep drinking. They continue to update on their lives, with Cersei giving encouragement and compliments while thinking vile thoughts about them. Nice. The topic of conversation arrives to Lady Fowlis' sister Lollys and her bastard son that she had named Tyrion. They apologize for this and explain that it was Lollys' husband's idea. Cersei tells them that she does not blame them and puts on a show, gasping for breath, tearing up her eyes, and explaining that she's been living in constant fear since Joffrey's murder. She tells them that she is suspicious of Sir Bronn. Are you okay?
Jesus. Oh god.
You gonna bomb? You good?
And just, you can keep going. I'm just gonna move my mic away from me for a little bit. Go on.
She tells them she is suspicious of Sir Bronn. Lady Fowlis and Sir Balmond immediately start shit-talking him, as they don't like him either. Cersei suggests there may be a chance that Sir Bronn is hiding Tyrion. Shut up. I didn't talk to you, Google.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, dude, I'm trying. I was sipping my kombucha and I like
inhaled?
Yeah, but like not even anything. I didn't inhale any liquid, just like the fumes.
Yeah. Oh my god. Spicy, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Why is it spicy? Sorry about that.
She's alive. Sir Balmond says that he thinks he would know if Bronn were hiding Tyrion. Cersei reminds him that Tyrion is small and can hide easily. She mentions that Qyburn had told her that Bronn has been gathering sellswords to his service. Lady Fowlis confirms that Bronn is taking 4 knights into his household. Cersei tells them that it's clear that Bronn is gathering swords for the dwarf. She begins to sob in fear that Tyrion will kill Tommen. She grabs Sir Balmond's hands and tells him that she will sleep more easily if Bronn were to have an accident while hunting.
Oh my god! Is she done?
No.
Fucking
Far from
hell.
it. It takes Sir Balmond a few minutes to understand what she's saying. And then he's like, oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Cersei tells him that he's a true knight and kisses him and Felice. She tells him to get it done quickly and that they are true friends of hers. And she promises to marry Lollys' son better, for a Lannister always pays their debts. Except for Cersei, apparently.
Wait, what debts does she owe?
I seriously doubt that she will ever pay debts of hers. Just wishes. And maybe in the future. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Like thinking, yeah, I'll pay them. Or like, I've already paid them by kissing him in the head.
Yeah, or of treating them kindly.
Right,
Basic
I allowed them into my home. You're right, that's so her.
Then they drink and eat and drink some more before they depart in the wee hours of the morning. Cersei checks in on Tommen before heading to her chambers, and she finds him sleeping soundly with 3 black kittens.
With 3 what?
She asks 3 black kittens.
Oh, kittens.
Mm-hmm.
Multiples.
Yeah. She asks Sir Murtrat, who is guarding his robes, where the kittens came from, and he tells her that Marjorie gave them to him, that Tommen couldn't decide which one he wanted, so he took all 3. Cersei thinks that this is a clumsy attempt at seduction on Marjorie's part.
Seduction. Just being
Why can't she
kind
just
and
be
buying him
kind?
kittens. Yeah.
Right? Like, everyone has some ulterior motive.
Oh my god.
She wishes that they weren't black, as black cats are bad luck, like Rhaegar's little girl discovered. Oh, wow.
Huh?
I guess Rhaegar's daughter had a black cat. And apparently the black cat's bad luck is what brought forth their brutal murders.
God damn. Yeah, the cat did it.
But then she angrily thinks that Rhaegar's children should have been hers.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah. She remembers how her father used to promise her Rhaegar's hand in marriage when she was a child. When she was 10, she met him for the first time at a tourney that her father threw for King Aerys at Cashley Rock, I think. Yeah. Rhaegar was 17, and he easily beat several of their best knights. Jaime's good looks are uncomparable to Rhaegar's beauty, and she thinks of him as more than a man, as he was the blood of old Valyria. Oh, she really liked him.
She likes what he represents.
Probably. Power.
Power.
Unlimited power. She spent the entire tourney giddy with excitement for the announcement of their betrothal. She was so happy, she even forced her friends, Jane and Melara, to visit the tent of Maggie the Frog, their friendly neighborhood witch.
Yeah, just because she was so excited for this announcement that she was going to be engaged.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's go see a witch. You know,
Yeah.
logic.
She wanted to hear more about her amazing future with Rhaegar. I'm guessing. The memory of that foretelling still makes her skin crawl. Jane had run from the tent in fear, but Melara had stayed with her. They had let the witch drink their blood, and they laughed at her confusing prophecies. Cersei was going to marry Rhaegar. Her father said so. But at the end of the tourney, there was no feast or toast celebrating her betrothal, just chilly looks between her father and the king. After the king had left, Cersei had gone to her aunt to ask what happened, and her aunt explained that Aerys refused the match, saying a king does not marry his heir to his servant's daughter. Her aunt had assured her that her father would find a better man, but her aunt had lied. No one was better than Rhaegar. Cersei thoroughly believes that she had married Rhaegar. He would never have had eyes for that Stark girl, and he had never forgiven Robert for killing him. That's that chapter.
I love Cersei.
This hidden love story.
I didn't know that she had a thing for Rhaegar.
No.
Huh. But that kind of makes sense. How do you feel about Cersei? What do you think's going on with her?
I think that the power is getting to her head, and she's getting more and more delusional.
Yeah.
I think Fallis and her husband might fail.
Sorry?
And she will get mad at them. At the plot to murder Bronn. I personally think Bronn will live. And he'll take the castle.
Right, yeah. He's too smart and he's too sneaky.
Vicious.
Vicious is better than sneaky, yeah.
And I think she's gonna, blame them for not being good killers. Like Bronn.
Yeah.
I think she and Jaime's relationship is going to deteriorate even more.
Mm-hmm.
And fingers crossed that Tommen will keep standing up to his mother.
Well, he
tried.
He tried, at least, yeah. He got shut down pretty easily, but he tried.
He got his kittens.
That's true. Cersei, like you said at the beginning, is just so focused on the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, She's literally ignoring all the most important things, like what is happening in Dorne.
Mm-hmm.
How could she possibly think that that shit is not important when her daughter is there?
Right. I think she's too focused on her own ruling to worry about her daughter.
Exactly. She's like forgotten that Marcella exists.
Yeah.
And it's like, bitch, I would be following every single thing that was going on over there so closely.
Yeah, wouldn't you think so? You want to
Yeah.
know what's going on with your daughter?
So there's that, and then also what's going on in the slave cities, like the revolts and the the whisperings of dragons.
Like, that's always important. There's something going on.
Yeah, and like, I'm sorry, when's the last time that there were whispers about dragons?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the last time there were dragons, you stupid idiot.
Right. Everyone's talking about them, and she's just like, nah, they don't exist.
Look,
not real.
Yeah, even if you think they don't exist and they're not real, you need to follow up, because it could be something else that was also a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if people are whispering about dragons, something is going on, even if it's not dragons.
Yeah.
And she's focusing on stupid shit like fucking Braun and trying to get a Kettle Black to fuck Marjorie. It's like, this shit does not fucking matter.
It's so dumb.
It's literally, you're like a child. She's like a like a preteen who's worried about like what her brother's friend is doing. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, no wonder people don't respect you.
She's so delusional.
Yeah. I am ready for her to die.
I wonder when that's gonna happen.
Not for a long time. Good
Are you
Lord.
ready for Brienne?
We're at 50 minutes already.
Holy shit.
I know. So, maybe...
Wow, you suckers got stuck with Cersei.
I mean, hey. Cersei's the best.
For amusement.
Yeah, it's pretty cringe the whole way through, but it's so satisfying.
It will be satisfying when she gets her due. That's what I think.
At this point, I just like seeing Jaime stand up to her.
Oh, I enjoy that a lot. Calling her out, seeing her for what she is.
I like watching her make a fool of herself
And
and make decisions that are just gonna bite her in the ass. And I'm like, sweet, love that. I am always excited for more Cersei. But but what do you think the purpose of this chapter was? What do you think happened?
I think it is probably showing us a little bit of what's going on around the world, while also showing us that Cersei is losing it.
Yeah, she's very much, like you said already, she's in her own little world. And like, even though she's hearing like a little bit of this about Dorne, a little bit of this about the slave cities, it's like not penetrating her bubble.
No. Or the Bravosi debt collectors.
Yeah! Ooh, that's actually, yeah.
She just is so unbothered. They can't touch her.
Yeah,
but like,
she's invincible.
They can, ma'am.
The Lannisters were lending a lot of money to the crown, but like, who controls all that money now that Tywin's gone? Right? Is it Jaime's?
Like, I don't think, because Jaime has his own job.
Right.
And then Jaime is no longer, like...
He can't inherit lands, and he can't
Maybe
have
Kevin?
children.
Their Uncle Kevin?
That would make sense, actually. Yeah, that's probably right. Oh, what are Kevin's up to?
Enjoying peace and quiet away from psychotic Cersei.
Yeah, no kidding. What do you think's next for Jaime?
Jaime?
Like, if we're looking at the big picture, what's next for Jaime? Does he betray Cersei? Does he leave King's Landing? Does he quit his job? Does he...
Wonder if he'll maybe try to influence Tommen to grow a backbone.
Tommen's a child. You can't fault him for not standing up to his mom as well as maybe
Hey.
you would hope.
He might influence him as he gets older to stand up to his mom.
Yeah, that's true. But to me, it really feels like Jaime is headed towards some kind of breaking point.
Ooh.
Because he's just... I mean, you can see it in every interaction he has with Cersei. He's so done.
He is.
So I ask myself, why is he even there?
I think it's the only thing he knows.
Yeah. But I think he's going to realize that that's not a valid reason to, you know, be
Probably
sticking around doing what he's doing. So I guess that's why I'm asking that question. Like, what do you think is next for him? What did come next for him in this show?
Cersei sent him to River Run. To take it back from the Blackfish.
Okay.
As it is there. I think that is what she did with him.
And what came after that? My memory is so bad.
I don't recall.
Huh, okay. This will be news for both of us then.
Yeah.
Did I say news?
News.
Because I meant new. This will be new for both of us. Alright. Well, I guess that'll do it for this episode. It might be a bit of a shorter one, but it didn't quite feel right to start another chapter and then rush through it. Especially when it's Brienne and you know it's gonna be hours of travel.
Yeah. You ain't wrong.
Maybe honestly it would have been a quick chapter because you could have skipped half of it. But next time, join us for more Dissing Brienne's chapters. At least on my part. Maybe you liked it.
Did I like it? I don't remember.
Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you listening, and if you want more of the podcast, please follow us on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at TIGBAB Podcast, or follow us individually. My handle is Crimby, and Jess's is just.egan24. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search TIGBAB Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and we will show up there. Also, please subscribe to our good friend Bahrami on YouTube. He's the one who made our jingle, which you heard at the start of the episode, and he makes some really cool music. That's Bahram. You can also find him on Spotify as Bahrambient. That's Bahrambient. And please check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/teaisgoodbooksarebetter. We have a few different tea-themed tiers with fun rewards, including outtakes, BTS stuff, and mini episodes in which we force our brother to watch Game of Thrones, which he absolutely hates. So it makes for some fun discussions/arguments. Finally, if you would be willing to share the podcast with your family and your friends, it would be a huge help to us to grow the podcast. Thank you so much. Join us next time for Brienne and... who else?
Is it Sam?
Oh my god, don't tell me it's Sam. It's fucking Sam.
Yeah, it's Sam.
So, 2 chapters of non-stop traveling, guys.
Yahoo!
We're fucking hyped as fuck. That was my energy dying in the middle of that word. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.